The tools to make the moves, the keys for what you need. Opportunity knocking, yeah. They got the right price. This ain't no game. It's a house heist. It's a house heist.
Around here, we call it a house heist, meaning get the knowledge before you discuss price. So when investments knock, you be there to answer. Then you can be the boss just like Tony Danza. Gab and Herb gon' hit you with the word. So open up your mind and be prepared to learn the best tips for the flip. Yo, it's lit. I'm talking larger stakes on larger stakes. Come on.
House heist.
Welcome to another episode of HouseHeist Uncut. We are here to educate, entertain,
and empower.
We believe that when opportunity knocks,
Answer.
Today's guest is Dr. Mia. Hi. Hello. And Joseph Brown with Brown's Professional Home Inspections. Thank you guys for joining us.
Hello.
They are here today to discuss ageless intimacy. So we have a lot to talk about today. Getting those juices flowing.
Yeah.
Literally.
When they flow,
We like juices flowing. We do.
All right, so let's get it started off. What's going on in the world, HBJ?
I don't know what they say. They say they go to Walmart, right? And in Walmart, that's the only place they wear their mask these days. Did you know that?
You know what? The funny thing is, we actually overheard that when we were at dinner.
Wow.
A couple were talking, and they said that they only wear their mask in Walmart, nowhere else.
Why?
COVID only
COVID
exists in
doesn't
Walmart.
exist in Walmart. Only in Walmart.
In their minds.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I guess. Yeah.
So, but, you know, we go to certain places in the country. I'm sure you've been in these places, too, where there's no COVID.
Right.
Right.
Like Florida and Georgia.
In Georgia.
Exactly. Exactly.
Now, I ain't going to tell you where we were, but we was in a place in the strip club, right? It's a strip club capital.
Yeah.
And the line was wrapped around the other side of the parking lot to the
Right.
other side of the street across the highway.
We didn't wait, hold on.
Now,
we
we
didn't
didn't
go in. We weren't going there.
didn't
We
go
were
in.
driving by and saw the line was literally wrapped around the corner.
We was in that same place a couple weeks ago, and it was wide open.
Wide open.
It was wide open.
Right.
Yes.
I'm like, what is going on?
I said, I missed this. What happened? I thought we was in the middle of something.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Something was going on.
Something
You're
was
supposed to be
going
social distancing. So yeah.
None of
so
that
that's
going on.
crazy. That's crazy. And then speaking of masks, it's like my face, I have to get facials every month and
You
all
do that
that kind
anyway,
of
woman. Come
stuff.
on.
And you know, keep my skin together. and,
Excuses,
you know.
excuses.
So you won't have what they call mask acne, right, Dr. Mia?
Yeah, there's a thing. I don't get it though. And I wear my mask all day.
And I do too. At least 8 hours of the day. So
But on a serious note, we know COVID is very serious.
Absolutely.
And
Yes, sir.
we know, we have family members that's been affected by COVID.
most
And
definitely, yeah.
Not saying we downplaying it, but in certain parts of the country, COVID does not exist to some people.
Right.
So, and we have seen them say they only wear their mask in Walmart.
In certain places.
In certain places.
Yeah.
So,
And so we want to let our listeners know, please be careful, social distance, wash your hand, practice great hygiene, and just use common sense and stay safe. But moving right along, Dr. Mia and Joseph here on behalf of MiBella Wellness. You got your other, got to put your other shirt on now, Joseph.
Yeah, I do.
know.
I do.
You're-
I do.
Your
better
Me-
shirt.
you need
That's
to
all right. I
MiBella.
got them coming next week.
You got
They'll be
to
here
make
next
the
week.
blue a little darker though, Mia, for the manly side.
Oh, don't worry. They're gray and blue.
Yeah, great. There you
Gray
go.
and
There
blue.
you go.
Don't worry. I designed these shirts. I did not get MiBella approval, but
Right.
they're Joseph approved.
I love it. So I just love the way you two are just, putting your relationship out there, your bedroom out there, really, because a lot of people want to know, like, how do you keep your marriage intact? After all these years, what are some of the things that you do to keep your marriage intact? We're going to dig a little bit deeper into that. Yes. And first off, just tell us a little bit about yourself. Dr. Mia, you go.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mia. Some people know me as the B3 specialist. I'm a board-certified gynecologist, and at MiBella, we offer wellness services to men and women. Men are our newest addition. We've been doing it for a while, but now we're really getting into it. And the reason I got into the male intimacy and the male pellets is because I was fixing so many women, and they were feeling great. I was improving their sex drive, and then all of a sudden, they noticed that their husbands need a little help too.
Right. Oh, okay. Let's talk about that a little more.
Yeah.
So what is a pellet?
So a
if you don't
pellet.
mind explaining that.
So as we age and mature, the first hormone to decline for men and women would be testosterone.
Mm-hmm.
So when testosterone declines, what do you feel like, babe?
Straight crap. Let's keep it 100. When my testosterone go around, I'm tired at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Oh.
And I have very low libido, which I don't like having low libido because I
Okay.
like having a high libido.
Okay.
And are you a little irritable then?
Well, I'm married, so that comes with the territory. Being irritable is part of being married. So,
What about joint pain?
joint pain for sure. Okay. Joint pain, knees. You know, I have a torn ACL and MCL in one knee right now. So, but it doesn't bother me when I have my pellets and everything right. My hormones are correct.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if I'm not right, which I get my pellets every 4.5, 5 months, then my knee is going to be killing me.
But that is so awesome, and I love the way and the fact that you're kind of switching gears to address the men, because like you say, I mean, you're addressing the women, and we as women, you know, we always feel like we got to fix it. Like,
Right.
okay, if something's wrong or we're not having sex or something's not right, it's us. You know what I
Right.
mean? And so that's great that you admit that, okay, yeah, I might get a little, I can kind of tell when I'm off kilter here.
Right.
And so that's awesome. So Joseph, tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, you know, I'm Joseph Brown, and usually I'm Brown Professional Home Inspections, 365 Grind. But today I am Joseph Brown, CEO of MiBella Wellness Center and Men's Health and Intimacy Coach.
I love that. Okay, okay.
but-
And we all need a coach.
Yeah, we all need a coach.
coach.
Even
We all need a
we
coach.
have about 3 or 4 coaches. So, but what I do is I talk to men about our health. I talk to us about being intimate. I talk to us about it's okay to check the ego and say I'm not like I used to be. You know, and that helps us identify our issues and go see somebody about it. You know, and I'm straight up. Y'all know, y'all heard me talk. I'm straight up about my. I knew when it wasn't the same. What I didn't know, wasn't the same for her too. Okay. You know, and when we start talking about it, that's when we realize, okay, we both had the same issues. It's just how we identify them are different.
And it's good
So
that
how-
you are able to. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So how does a man know that he's not the same?
Okay, I can tell you how you know. You have the drive. My issue was I didn't have the drive. Okay. And, you know, you guys know me. You know I work a lot. Yes. You know, so part of it was being tired. But sometimes, like, it's just not the drive, okay? And as far as the function was pretty much the same, but not as strong.
Okay.
You know, so that was part of my issue. So part of my issue was my testosterone was so low. Was it down to 230 or something like that?
200 or 300.
Yeah, so and it needs to be up in the 800, between 800 and 1100.
Yeah, most men
You know.
feel pretty good at 1100.
1100, you know.
Okay.
So it was so low, I didn't have the drive at all.
Okay.
I gained weight. I jumped up to almost 260, you know, which is not normal for me at all. That's when my knees were hurting too. You know, and it was hard for me to lose weight because we were working out 4 times a week.
Right.
It's hard for me to lose weight, you know. So that's when I realized, and Mia said, you need to come, let's get your blood drawn. When she saw it was like 200, 300, she was like, oh, okay.
I was
Let's
like,
start
thank
it.
you, Jesus. We can fix this.
Yeah, we can fix this.
Okay.
And I'm
So
telling you now.
you immediately were able to
Right.
identify what the issue is.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's fix
and
this.
then,
Yeah.
and that's when I realized one of the things that we don't do as men is talk about our issues.
No, we don't.
Right.
You know, we don't talk about our issues. And I like to be either big brother, little brother to anybody who feel like they need somebody to talk to. Because I'm going to keep it 100 with you. You know that. You know, and if you need to go talk to somebody, you need to go talk to somebody. There's no reason if you lay down with your woman and you can't go that you can't get that taken care of.
Right. We can fix it.
Yeah, we can get that taken care of. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do it till I die. Y'all hear me say that? I'm trying to get it
that's
till I die. So there's no reason why we shouldn't go talk to somebody.
That's
Okay.
right.
You know, and we got to check that ego. You know what I'm saying? Because if your ego is bigger than your function, you got a problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you get in that room, you thinking you all that, it's about to go down, and it won't get up. That's a problem.
That's
you
a
know what I'm saying? So
problem.
you got to
That
check
is.
that ego.
Yeah.
And just make sure you go talk to somebody.
So the pellet changes that for you.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Well,
And
for some of it.
yeah, and if it's not, here's the thing: if you have low libido, the pellet can help with that.
Okay.
Now, if you have erectile dissatisfaction, that's a whole nother story.
Gotcha.
But
Gotcha.
that's where we look at MiBella. We start looking at your health.
Okay.
You know, do you have diabetes? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you working out? Are you overweight? You know, do you have high blood pressure? You know, what type of medications you on? Because to be honest with you, I know Mia has done this for her women. You know, some medications they probably shouldn't be on. You know, and we need to make sure we go through all of that to figure out, is this an issue? And then we get to the low libido and if you have erectile dissatisfaction. And if you do, then we have things to help that out.
Wow,
but
okay.
we got to figure out what's the source first.
Gotcha.
And then go from there. But you got to come in and be willing to talk about it.
Right.
You know, you got to be willing to
That's
talk
the
about it.
hardest
Some men
thing
come in,
for a man.
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
When I go to the doctor, I'll be like, man, we got this, we got that, we got this. I tell him everything. My mama had this, my daddy got that. I tell everything because now he can really diagnose what's going on with me.
Right.
And then you got to have a physician or a doctor that you can identify with.
And that you can
right.
trust,
That
and
you
that's
can
going to
trust,
take
right.
good care of you.
Don't go
That's
see
right.
somebody that ain't got nothing to do with you.
That's
I used to
right.
always go to
That's
women
so
doctors
true.
because I didn't want no dudes touching me. Right? Oh, wow. And then Mia was like, so what y'all got in common?
Right.
Nothing. So me and the doctor I go see, we probably a year apart.
Right.
You know? So if I say something to him, he go, I got you.
It's funny
I know
you
what
said
that
it.
is.
It's funny you said it because I got a lot of friends who don't believe in going to men doctor. They believe in going to women doctor.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you at an age now where you don't want a man touch you, want a woman touch you, and a man hand's kind of big, you know.
Right,
So you want somebody to
Feels
be
a little weird.
little weird.
I totally 100% agree with you.
So, but
when it comes to issues
Yes.
that person that you're talking to may be able to say, you know something? I'm going through that same stuff.
Okay.
This is what I'm doing about that. It's the same thing with the women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's so
How you
true.
go to a German white man if you're a black woman?
That's right.
understand.
That's so true.
Understand.
And even just a man in general, because there's so many things.
I'm putting it
But
far out there as far as
seriously,
description,
no, I got
but
it.
that's
I
true.
got it.
Yeah, and I think as a woman, I was able to identify the problems with my patients as I aged. So at first, when they used to say, you know, I'm tired and I don't feel like having sex with my husband, I'm like, okay, well, go to sleep and, you know, get some rest. And then when I started to have those symptoms, I'm like, oh, you
That's
mean
what they-
fatigue. You mean you don't want to do anything. And so many women feel bad because they're in love with their husbands or their partners and they want to be intimate, but with the testosterone being low, it's just really hard.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're more irritable, you're having night sweats, you're not sleeping, you're having belly fat, you don't feel as sexy as you used to. And then on top of all of that, you can't even remember and focus.
Right.
And y'all know that's a real big deal for me if it gets any worse.
Right.
I know. I think we are definitely friends because what you just named, Mia is my friend and my personal doctor, and I am a pellet carrying, card carrying.
Oh, they give our cards for
Yeah,
that?
they give out cards.
Okay.
for it.
Yeah, most definitely.
So, Herb, what do you think about the pellet?
Well, me personally, I haven't gotten there yet.
I'm talking about hers.
Your experience. Your
Oh,
experience.
my experience for the pellet is phenomenal. As a man, you know, as a man dealing with a grown woman,
Yes.
you enjoy that. And for every man out there, if your woman is not, I guess, loving you like you need to be loved,
Yeah.
please send her over to MiBella Wellness.
right.
And
right.
in 24 hours, all that'll be changed.
We ain't gonna say 24 hours, but we'll get it right.
It takes about a week. It takes about a week.
Yeah, about a week. It takes about a week now because you're getting them.
Yeah.
But
No,
at first,
because
it's a gradual process.
Okay, let's talk about that. So
Yeah.
when
What's the
someone
process?
comes, what is the process?
What's the
so
process?
if someone says,
I
"Oh
know for
wow,
me-
this sounds interesting."
Yeah, for me, it was
Let me-
about 3 weeks before I
Okay.
noticed it.
Really?
But it
Okay.
was what I noticed was not being tired at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yes.
That's what I noticed. Like,
Mine took about maybe 2 weeks.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm wide awake.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't need a nap.
Right.
need that.
All right.
Right.
Mine was like when I slept through the night, and I was like,
yes.
I woke up because I thought that I missed work or something because I always
'Cause you
wake up
actually
so
slept,
many
yeah.
times, and then I woke up to me. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But it was good sleep. I didn't have the night sweats, and
Right.
so that just changes everything because you're gonna be more irritable if you can't sleep.
Right.
And then we went from doing it once a month to two, 3 times a week.
Well, hey, now they say you're supposed to do it 21, at least on average,
21
21 days out of the month.
Oh, that'd be a good challenge.
Let's challenge some people right now.
Let's have the 21-day challenge.
Challenge.
21 challenge accepted.
Yeah. 21. Yeah.
Morning, afternoon, or night.
Salute.
Yes, hey, cheers.
Who's out there going to join us in this challenge?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Join us in this challenge. 21 days out
of
the
the
month.
month.
So one thing I want to remind the men is the physical part is very important,
Yep.
you know, but a lot of women are going to do better adding that emotional intimacy on top of the physical intimacy that men may not need quite as much as women.
Overrated.
So a lot of my patients are like, but you know, when they cuddle, it just gets everything flowing. But if you just if every time I lay down,
Extra time.
and you just want to be physically intimate, for some reason that, you know, kind of aggravates me. So make sure that everybody in a relationship, so communication is key.
Yeah, it's always
Make
key,
sure
yes.
everybody's needs are being met. So whether that's the physical component, whether that's the emotional component, we want to make sure all needs for everybody
met,
involved in the
yes.
relationship are met. And you do pretty good with the emotional.
But didn't
honey.
we do a lot
Now.
of cuddling the first 6 months of our relationship? I mean, come on
Enough
now.
for a lifetime.
You know what I'm saying? We 21 years in. I mean, golly, how much cuddling you want? Lord have mercy.
God. This is interesting. What is what is a key for a successful marriage? What's the key for you guys to stay connected? First of all, I know you guys are friends. I mean,
Yeah,
first.
no doubt.
I know that on a personal level, but what else what connects
And you
guys?
teach couple ministry, and we're a part of that.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Jesus,
Yes.
Jesus.
Straight up Jesus.
We are so
Yes,
thankful to
the
be a part of
Lord
that
is
small group.
good. Let me
Yes,
tell you.
good. But honestly, in
But-
going through that couple small ministry, I mean, it's taught us how to communicate better, know your love language, you know,
Right.
all
Five
of that
love languages,
stuff.
yeah.
Because I mean, my love language was different than his.
Yeah, she kind of soft, so you know.
Yeah,
So
I'm a little emotional and
her.
more. I need
Yeah.
words of affirmation and action, acts of kindness, and all that kind of stuff.
That's good stuff. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you on the serious side. And we always say this: you gotta have a right relationship with God, right?
Wow.
And that's as an individual.
Okay.
Okay. As an individual, this is not between us.
Okay.
I have to have a relationship with God that I'm being faithful to God and the things He wants me to be. Right.
That's right.
Okay.
And that's the only way I can have a relationship with her.
That's right. Right.
If I have that relationship. So we always say we gotta have the vertical in order to have the horizontal.
I like
right?
that.
And that's with
I like
anyone though,
that.
because we wouldn't be friends like we are. We family, you know.
Right,
so
right.
because we have this relationship with God.
Right.
You know, so that I'm gonna be honest with you. We what was it? We was probably in about 10 years. We went to this class. And that's where we learned that. But we already had a strong relationship because our foundation was strong. You know,
that's
we
so
said,
important.
this is what we want.
Right.
I had been through a jacked up relationship.
Right.
I knew I didn't want that. And I knew I had to be different because I was 90% of the jacked up relationship.
Right.
Absolutely.
That takes a strong man to admit that, okay, let me
And
work
it hurt,
on me.
regardless who got hurt in the relationship, it hurt.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I wasn't trying to repeat that, you know.
Right,
So
right,
it just, you know, so again, that relationship with God, which has always been my foundation, you know, pastor kid, mama directed choir for 40 years. So, you know, that's always been my foundation. But at the same time, Mia is the person who got me back into church.
I love that.
She was like, if we gonna date, we gotta go to church. I was like, okay. You just don't know. I am church.
Like, I know all about church. I've been in church all my life.
Right. I went to choir rehearsal and I wasn't in the choir.
Look,
You know
I'm
what
like,
I'm
I'm
saying?
in medical school. I need all the Jesus I can get right about now.
And that was it because, you know, Mia might not know this, and she may have known or noticed, but I care for her like my woman. You know what I'm saying? When we started dating, this is my woman, you know? So I put attention into her, and whatever she needed, I provided for her. She didn't have much when I met her, you know, but she was taking care of herself, though. Yeah, she was broke. I never forget.
Struggling
I
med
understood
student.
what type of woman I was with the first time we went on a date.
We're not talking about that. The other thing.
Oh wait, no.
Is,
This is uncut, right? This is uncut. Let me uncut this.
Communication is key.
Thank you.
Don't
She
forget
didn't
about the
communicate well with me when she
Communication.
did not tell me what type of woman she was
Communication
until we went
is
to the
key.
bar and I said, "Get what you want." She said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Well, give me a double Remy on the rocks." I was like, "Yo, what's wrong with you?" That was like $20 at that time. I was like, "Come on, man."
You see, get what I want.
Yeah, and right then I knew. I said, "I need to make more money."
Hey, that's an expensive date right
Oh
there.
yeah. Back in
Yeah.
we talking the 90s.
Yeah, that's
you know?
$5
Remy,
drinks right
right.
there.
Yeah, Remy a double. She said a double.
I don't want to keep walking up there.
Yeah, a double. I said okay. So, but no, that's the key. The key is make sure you got that foundation. You right with God, and that way you can be right. So
And
yeah,
for
man.
real, the communication, I think,
the
is
communication,
key.
yeah,
Because
the
nobody's
communication is
going
key.
I mean,
Yep.
Joseph doesn't know when I don't like something if I don't tell him. I
Right.
can't assume that because I reacted this way that he understands why I reacted that way.
Absolutely. Right.
So I think practicing communication, and that's, everyday stuff and intimacy, because everybody's bodies change. We age, things are different. But being able to have that open communication will make sure that everybody
It's being pleased.
being pleased.
Yeah, you gotta have that
good
conversation.
and confident,
And
that
it's
can be-
hard conversations
Intimacy
sometimes.
is an uncomfortable conversation
really
between
is.
couples.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
yeah.
It
You
really is.
so you got to have that conversation. And I don't care, when we doing our Ageless intimacy on Sunday nights, I don't care about people opening that door because that's how you're going to get to where you want to be. Let's keep it 100.
Being honest,
Everybody
that's
want to have
right.
an orgasm.
That's
Yes.
right. Absolutely. Why are you
Every
there?
time if
Why
we
you there?
can.
if
As
you
many
not?
times as you can.
Yeah.
Right?
And if we're
You know
not
what I'm
as a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And
What's
somebody
going on?
need to address it.
Yeah. What's
But
wrong with you?
honestly, women may not always have an orgasm, but still enjoy it.
I
Like
thought
the
that, I
average
thought that was a
man's
myth. I thought that was a myth. So
No,
women-
you know what? I did a poll on one of my online trainings, and I asked the question, how often are you having orgasms for women? And it was like maybe about 15% no orgasms ever.
In their life or with their partner?
Period.
Period.
I have
Ever.
women on a regular basis that have never had an orgasm, and when they say, like, what do you mean? I'm like, okay, you haven't had one. And you know why? Because women don't know their bodies. So growing up, men were able to explore and figure out their bodies. I'm not saying all men did, but most men did.
Right.
Women were taught that you don't touch yourself. The vagina's nasty. It's stinky. Sex is for men. You're fast if you have sex. So you get
Keep your pocketbook closed.
right. You're raised
Program.
with all those
Right.
beliefs, so you're not gonna just change them because you're an adult and you're in a relationship.
Right. That's so true. That's so true.
So their beliefs keep them from having orgasms.
Yeah, because it's a mind thing
Or
for women.
exploring
I don't think
or
it's a
knowing
mind
your
thing.
body.
Yeah.
Knowing your body.
And it's a
Yeah.
mind thing because if you sitting up thinking about what you're gonna get at the grocery store tomorrow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not in that
not in that
mindset.
moment.
So for
That's
women,
true.
it is a lot more emotional, I think, but it's still a lot more mental. So just being in that space and being focused on your partner and understanding that this is a gift from God that you should enjoy and that you have to put the energy and time into to maintain a healthy relationship.
And understanding what that partner wants, because some people want more foreplay or need that. Some people are like, come on. I don't want
You gotta have that conversation
Yeah,
though.
you gotta
I
have
gotta
that.
ask this
Yeah, you
question.
gotta have that.
Me just being me.
Okay.
Have you ever had anyone, since you've been administering the pellet, to never had an orgasm in their life, to convert them to having an orgasm? Have you had that happen?
Yes, definitely.
Have you got a testimony?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did she praise? Did she praise him?
And you know what? I actually had a patient today. She was so mad the last time she came in because she was like, I just don't have an orgasm with my husband, and he should know, because I'm like, well, how would he know if you haven't told him? She was like, well, he see me pull out a toy sometimes. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay. I said, well, you need to have that hard conversation and
Yeah,
let him
straight
know.
up.
And when she came in today, she was like, girl, I had the best orgasm I ever had in life.
Got to.
So
Gotta have that
communication
conversation.
is everything. I said, don't expect people to know how you feel. Just because you have an attitude after sex because you didn't have an orgasm doesn't mean your partner understands what's going on.
Right.
Communication.
Well, you kind of become a counselor there at some point too, when you're helping
Mm-hmm.
people work through their intimacy.
Right.
Yep.
And I figure I'll make the world a better place if more people have regular orgasms. It's a happier place. People are happier when they have healthy sex.
Yes. I totally agree on that.
Yes.
Me too. Yep.
Right. Touch and agree.
Touch it.
So here at HouseHeist, we talk about everything to help you out, empower you, educate you, as well as entertain you. And here today, we're talking about ageless intimacy and the power of communication as well as relationships. And no better people to talk about it with than Dr. Mia and Joseph Brown.
That's right. So any last comments for our audience, Dr. Mia? You can go first.
I will say, make sure that even though we want to make sure we're having that wonderful intimacy, that you put in the work. That means the wellness, the weight management, the exercise, the healthy eating. Because if you avoid chronic disease, you're going to be more likely to be able to experience intimacy until you die.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So, and you can get that at MiBella Wellness Center, MiBellaWellness.com. And if you want to know more about Ageless Intimacy, you can listen to us on the second and fourth Sunday, and we talk about it. It's open. It's on Facebook
your
Live,
What's
and
your
y'all
Facebook,
can ask questions.
Facebook handle? Give them your Facebook.
MiBella B. Ham.
And your office number?
205-995-1009.
Dr. Mia, MiBella Wellness. Joseph?
Men, let's have this conversation. We're gonna start doing lives this weekend, sparking the conversation about intimacy and aging. Because I am 50, so I'm aging. So we're gonna have that
You do not look
conversation.
50, Joseph. By the way,
I appreciate that, and I'm
do
trying
I
not
keep
to.
him young.
Ageless intimacy.
Right. Ageless.
Ageless.
The key word being
I love it.
ageless
Yeah.
intimacy, right? So let's have that conversation. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I can be reached through the office number 995-1009, but we got to have that conversation, because if you're not getting it like you want to get it, we can try to help you do that.
That's
How,
right.
how
And
often
don't
will
be
you be
afraid.
live speaking about this? Will it be every
I'm trying
Saturday?
to go, starting on Saturday, I'm trying to go 20 days straight.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
okay.
love
Having a
that.
conversation.
20 days straight.
Yeah,
men
20
having
days
conversation
straight, having a
about
conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And me, if you have the opportunity, go to Facebook and go to Ageless Bowls. Ageless Bowls.
B-E-A-U-X.
Yeah, BEAUX, and sign up, and we can start having this real man conversation.
man.
Only
to
men
man.
can
Right.
sign up.
I love
Yeah,
it.
only men. This is the
100,
only men.
Man
Right.
to man. I love
Exactly.
that. All right, Mr. CEO of MiBella Wellness. Well, thank you
Salute.
guys so much.
Thank y'all for having
Cheers.
us. We love y'all.
We love you
you too.
back. We love you back.
Love you too.
All right, so this was some powerful information today. What do you think?
It was great information.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up. Our real estate minute. Let's talk about these interest rates out here now.
They're very low now, aren't they?
Yep, 2.75 to 3.5. So if you are a homeowner, you're looking to refinance, even if you haven't owned your home for less than a year, you can refinance now. If you're an FHA loan holder, you must refinance before December 1st. Otherwise, FHA is now hitting you with an additional 0.5% FHA fee. So,
That's still low.
it's still low. Yeah, that's true. That's still low. But in order to avoid that extra fee, please refinance your home. If you have any questions concerning home ownership, you can reach us on our website at househeist.com. Contact myself or HBJ.
And home ownership really matters, and we need more homeowners. Homeowners actually is a way of passing wealth from one individual to the next individual.
Sip your cocktail. You can take
I'm sorry.
Take a sip.
Let me take a sip. Right.
Clear your throat.
Now I'm ready. But in all seriousness, home ownership matters. It's a way to pass wealth from one generation to the next generation. Gab and I was just speaking the other day, and we were talking about this. Like, a lot of people lose wealth because they might have a property in the inner city that someone has left them, and they let the property value go down, and the property is dilapidated, where somebody comes along and buy it for taxes. Well, if somebody comes along and buying that property for taxes, they know that something that you don't know, that's wealth. Right. So I want you to make sure that you're able to leave that wealth to your kids and your kids' kids and your kids' kids. So if you're renting a home or if you're renting an apartment, please start the process of home ownership. It really does matter.
It definitely matters. Well, thank you for tuning in. We believe here at HouseHeist Uncut, when opportunity knocks,
Please answer.